WWE and TNA sign a multi-year partnership. Plus, we've got details of crossover plans and the reaction from the talent. And with that in mind, could NXT be invading TNA this weekend? It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. WWE and TNA have crossed the line. It's official now. It's like when a relationship becomes Facebook official.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We now have a proper working partnership between WWE and TNA, don't we?
We do, yeah. So last night we received a press release from TNA that sets out the future of the company as it pertains to their relationship with WWE, saying WWE and TNA Wrestling today announced a multi-year partnership aimed at creating unprecedented crossover opportunities within WWE and TNA programming for NXT superstars and TNA wrestling stars. The agreement will enable talent to garner additional exposures across key WWE and TNA programming, including weekly flagship shows as NXT and TNA Impact, select WWE premium live events, and TNA pay-per-views, in turn bolstering their in-ring development with exposure to world-class talent and coaching.
Ariel Schneider is the Senior Vice President of TNA Content and Distribution. He said in the press release, this historic relationship demonstrates that collaboration and competition do not have to be mutually exclusive. Our partnership allows the TNA wrestling brand and its incredible athletes to reach a significantly wider audience, while giving WWE and NXT stars an opportunity to cross the line and gain valuable experience. The response to our collaboration over the past year has been tremendous, and both companies have benefited, but the fans have reaped the great rewards from this talent crossover and working relationship.
Oh, we sure have, Thomas. NXT head chef Shawn Michaels said in the same press release, we look forward to growing and evolving our partnership with TNA Wrestling and its outstanding group of athletes by creating new opportunities to further the development of our talent and to elevate the viewer experience at home. Not only that, but Triple H posted on Twitter, massive news for everyone, WWE and TNA, and most importantly, fans around the world. This valuable partnership will help prepare both companies for the next generation of this industry.
So this makes the partnership between WWE and TNA official. After the last 12 months, we have seen both sides more than flirting with each other. Jordynne Grace entering the Women's Royal Rumble last year as the Knockouts World Champion.
Not only that, but obviously Joe Hendry as well, headlining an NXT Premium Live event too, which is very, very cool.
And Joe Hendry's case is very interesting because during that time where Joe Hendry spent multiple weeks on WWE television and became the first contracted TNA talent to headline a WWE PLE, he also was part of the Performance Center, and he spoke on Twitter where he thanked WWE for all the training and development and coaching that he'd had as part of that system as well. So as well as his regular TNA dates, he was also spending time in the Performance Center and appearing on NXT television and appearing at the NXT PLE. I hope somebody was feeding Gromit his dog, I'm just saying, because he was busy. He was very busy that month. We also saw Jordynne Grace make another appearance in NXT on the way to Battleground, where she challenged for the NXT Women's title. She recently appeared again as part of a 10-woman tag in an NXT event that took place at the ECW Arena. And away from those two, we've also seen Rosemary cross the line, forming a partnership with Wendy Chu.
Yeah, and I guess on the other side of things as well, we've seen Sol Rucker go to TNA. We've seen Wendy Chu, Carmen Petrovic as well. Like, it's been very much a back and forth thing between the two of them.
And we've also seen this wonderful, wholesome family affair with Santina Marella as the sheriff of TNA. And his daughter, Ariana Grace, as the ambassador for NXT, working together. It's lovely. WWE and TNA talent are very excited about the possibilities here. You've got to bear in mind that most WWE talent have had some time, either a cup of coffee or a full 3-course meal in TNA during their career. So we've got a smattering of some of the reaction on Twitter from some of the talent on both sides.
Yes, we have Bailey. She joked that finally her TNA gut check tryout had paid off.
Yes!
Come on!
Zachary Wentz of the Rascals has called to team up with his actual real-life fiancée, NXT's Gigi Dolan. Wentz is an interesting one because Wentz is another guy that appeared on WWE television.
Yes.
And he did so so as X Division champion.
He did, yeah.
And I wonder whether I was intrigued by this. So obviously that feud started with him and Wesley.
Yep.
Then Mike Bailey, who was on a roll as X Division champion, very suddenly lost the title to Zachary Wentz. Zachary Wentz then appears on NXT No Mercy with the X Division title.
Yeah.
And then loses it back to Mike Bailey a couple of weeks later. I feel like he just borrowed it for the sake of getting the X Division title on NXT television, on WWE programming.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what happened.
Yes, Xavier Woods also shared a photo of himself, lest we forget, as Consequences Creed, describing himself as the very first TNA homegrown talent to find success in WWE.
Bronson Reed getting amongst this as well. He shared a video on YouTube of his match with PCO from Sacrifice 2022. Those two had like a big beefy boy banger.
I swear that is genuinely a match I'd love to see them run back again, because that match is so good. If you can, I think you can check it out on YouTube as well. So if you can find it, please do check it out.
If you follow Bronson Reed on Twitter, he very kindly shared the link to
What a
it.
guy!
What a guy!
Tsunami! There we go. We'll get that in there. That one just for you, Bronson Reed. AJ Francis, of course, formerly top dollar in WWE, said on Twitter, "When you walk in the back door after they kicked you out the front."
I keep seeing that Simpsons meme of Mo Sislak throwing Barney out of the bar, and then Barney appearing behind him when he's chucking him out as top dollar. He's coming back in as AJ Francis. That is class. Brian Myers asked Finn Balor if, very publicly, if they were going to ride together. Finn Balor replied saying, "I got the car pulled up at the front door, mate. Beep, beep."
Robert Stone as well got us all worked up. He showed a photo of himself as Robbie E. What a handsome man, Robbie E.
Very handsome man. And look out, the harbinger of indie doom, John Bradshaw Layfield, quote retweeting the announcement saying, "I'm packing an extra clothesline from hell for Dallas next week." Because he's going to be on Raw on Monday.
Yep.
And it's almost a given that he's going to rock up this Sunday at TNA Genesis. And let's speak on that a minute or two, shall we? Because as it transpires, we may see some NXT action on Sunday.
Yeah, so this relationship between TNA and NXT will indeed be on show this Sunday at TNA Genesis. So interestingly, TNA's pay-per-view this weekend is actually now co-branded as an NXT event, with the NXT logo appearing on the graphics building to the show. However, currently no NXT talent is slated to be part of the show, but we may see an appearance by one or two names to build towards the next stage in that said partnership as well.
Yeah, in terms of who we might see, it was on NXT on Tuesday. We had Masha Slamovich, the Knockouts champion, staring at Cora Jade, and Cora Jade staring back.
Yes.
And so maybe Cora Jade too?
I think so, yeah. Again, I think we'll definitely, as it said here, as it's being co-branded as an NXT event, I think we'll definitely see a couple of people turn up.
What if the NXT roster all come to the aid of Joe Hendry?
Oh, my. Is he doing it this weekend, Tom?
Oh, right.
I mean, we'll get to the card, I'm sure, in a second, but, I mean, is he doing it this weekend?
Joe Hendry challenging.
In time for a Royal Rumble appearance with the championship in the Men's Rumble.
That plays into my theory about Zachary Wentz.
Yes. Yes, it would do.
Yeah, because I feel like maybe they would want they'd want the TNA World Champion in the Royal Rumble. They could obviously put Nick Nemeth in there.
They could do, yeah.
And have him come out once as Nick Nemeth and again as Dolph Ziggler. That'd be fun. But I'm genuinely, Andrew, if Joe Hendry doesn't win the title this weekend, I am writing a strongly worded email to somebody at TNA management.
After the year that he had in 2024 and the amount of work, even prior to 2024, the amount of work that man puts in, but I think he genuinely deserves this more than anything. And if we don't get him in the Rumble with the championship and having a little bit of a thing with John Cena, I'll be incredibly sad.
Let's run down the TNA Genesis card for this weekend. So on the show, we'll go match by match, shall we? Brother. TNA World Tag Titles on the line. The Hardys, who themselves have teased appearing on WWE programming as TNA World Tag Team Champions.
Yes.
They're defending the belts against Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz of the Rascals.
Oh, we've got the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team titles as well. Spitfire, the champions, are defending against Ash by Elegance and Heather by Elegance.
Dana Brooke return confirmed. Mike Santana and Josh Alexander's match last night night on Impact became an I Quit match. I really enjoyed the feud that these two have had, and this feels like with Josh Alexander reportedly wrapping up his time with TNA, this could be a Santana win as Alexander heads out.
Eric Young and Steve Macklin versus Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers is also on the card.
Tessa Blanchard making her return in ring to TNA. She's taking on Jordan Grace.
We've got a Clockwork Orange House of Fun for the TNA Knockouts World title. Masha Slamovich, the champion, is up against Rosemary. That's going to be buzzing.
Raven's old match. We saw Raven the other week on TNA getting accosted by Rosemary, which I thought was a nice little bit. And then the TNA World title, Nick Nemeth versus Joe Hendry, with John Layfield circling like a Texan tycoon shark. He has to win. They did a video on Impact last night where it's like, Plinky Plonky, look how great my life has been, type music with like pictures from Joe Hendry's history. Joe Hendry saying, this is my last chance, and if I don't do it, I'll go back to becoming a comedy mid-carder. Why? You should have done it last year, but do it now at least.
Do it now. Now this new deal's in place, do it now. Go on. Whoa, Jesus, man, calm down.
It's just... Joe Hendry not being TNA champion by this point is just TNA doing a TNA, and it's annoyed me. And I love TNA, in case you've guessed. I mean, and the wrestling company.
Think about this though as well. If he does win, how big it's going to be with the first premium live event on Netflix being the Royal Rumble as well, and him being on that with that TNA World Championship.
You are right.
Please.
Better be. You are right, love. You're right, love. We'll keep an eye on that one across the weekend. And yeah, for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Do it, TNA, you cowards. Case.
Love you, bye.